Hello class. So let's do some exercise on the percentage of completion method. Now this will be in a format of multiple choice questions, and we're gonna basically use the same company and the same structure. We've seen the table, but now I slightly switched the table, just giving you the cost incurred and the estimated additional cost to complete. Now, this Robertson Construction entered into a contract to construct a tunnel for a fixed price of $12 million. So this $12 million is going to be the revenue, total revenue. Robertson recognizes revenue over time according to percentage of completion. Here are some facts. Now, this is 2021, 22, and 23. Question, what is Robertson's percentage completion in 2021, which is the first year? You can pause here to calculate it yourself. The answer is B, 33.33%. The way to calculate it is the actual cost incurred is $3 million, and I use it to divide by the total cost. What is the total cost estimate? We need to do some calculation. We have the actual cost. We also have the estimated additional cost. So we use the actual 3 plus the 6 future estimated. We get a total of 9, right? So 3 over 9, which is 1/3 or 33.33%. That is for the first year. Now, question asked, how much revenue would Robertson recognize in 2021? Well, the previous information is still the same, so you can calculate it yourself. Pause here. The actual answer is $4 million. And how do we calculate $4 million? First, we get the percentage, which is the previous exercise. That is 1/3 or 33.33% have been completed. Now we have a total revenue of $12 million, and I use the total $12 million times 1/3, that gives me $4 million. $4 million will be recognized in 2021. Next, we're gonna look at 2022. Now the question asked, what is Robertson percentage completion in 2022? Note that this is actually asking you the accumulated percentage, not the difference, not the 2022 standalone, but 2021 plus 2022. You can pause here. The answer is B, 35%. Again, let's look at how we should calculate it. Now, since we are getting the answer for accumulative or cumulative percentage completion, so we simply added the 3 plus the $500,000. That is $3.5 million. And we need to divide it by the total. What is the total in 2022? The total is what have incurred. That is 3.5 plus the additional estimated in 2022, which is 4.6 here. So the total is 3.5 plus 4.6, that is $10 million. Well, 3.5 divided by 10, our answer is 35%. Next, we will ask what is the percentage completion in 2022? Wait, isn't it the same? No, because we changed the $500,000 to $5 million. So use the previous formula, do the same. You can pause here and calculate it yourself. The answer here is 80%. How are we going to do it? We still use the same formula. What have incurred in the past 2 years are the 3 plus the 5. 3 is in 2021 actual incurred cost. The $5 million is the 2022 one. So the total incurred cost is $8 million. What is the total estimated cost? We still have 1 more year to go, and that by the end of 2022, right, we estimated there is another $2 million. So we use the actual incurred 3 plus 5 plus another 2. That gives us $10 million. And then we have the 8 in the numerator. 8 divided by 10 is 80% complete. Note that I haven't used the last line yet. I don't need to use it here because we haven't, it just hasn't happened yet. So, by the time of 2022, we don't know what actually incurred in 2023. All right, so carrying forward, now this question asks how much revenue would Robertson recognize in 2022? You can pause here. The answer is B. Now, know that this is directly carry forward from the last slide where we have 80% complete. We have the percentage and we have the total revenue. So we're going to allocate 80% of the $12 to the first 2 years, $12 million. So 12 times 80% is 9.6%. That is the total revenue for year 2021 plus year 2022. What have we recognized in 2021? We have recognized $4 million. How do we calculate it? Remember, that was the second question, right? We have 1/3 of the total calculated using this information, and then we time $12 million. So you can go back and check it out. This is the 2021 revenue recognized. And the total is 9.6 minus the 4 million, that gives us 5.6 million. So whenever we start to do the middle years, it always have this one extra line complication, that is to get the difference. Now, let's do the last year, 2023. We are asking about the revenue recognized. Of course, I'm not going to ask you the percentage completed in the last year. It must be 100%. So now let's talk about the dollars. You can pause here to calculate it yourself. The actual answer is C. Notice that although, right, this is not really related to solving the question, but you see in year 2021, we estimated an additional 2 million, but actually we spent 2.5 million. So things always changed. Now, let's get to the question. We have a total of $12 million, and we're gonna assign this $12 million to the 3 years. Well, we have year 2021, which is already recognized for $4 million. Year 2022, $5.6 million. And then the difference is $2.4 million. Now, you don't really need to use this to calculate the percentage and then get the difference. You really have to get number one, $4 million for 2021 first, and then the 2022. In the last year, make sure we only need to do the difference, but you have to get year 2021 and 2022 in order to get the $12 million. All right, so that's it for what will happen in a multiple choice question setting. Basically, everything is still the same. You have to first calculate the percentage of completion, and then you use revenue to times the completion. If it is the middle year or the last year, do the difference. That's it for the percentage of completion calculation. In the next video, we're going to talk about the actual accounts. See you then.